Let me reiterate my urgent warning to Congress, to this Congress last year. Without decisive American action, we'll have an enormous Venezuela on steroids in South America's heart. My first encounter with transnational repression began in 2019, when Brazilian authorities decreed my preventive arrest in a highly politicized case involving President Trump. Though I was already legally living in the United States, Brazil placed me on Interpol's red notice list, triggering the cancellation of my journalist visa. 2022, Supreme Court Justice Alexandre de Moraes, Brazil's current dictator masquerading as a judge, targeted me again for reporting inconvenient truths. He froze all my Brazilian assets, blocked my social media, canceled my passport, and condemned me to exile. Today, Moraes publicly insults me from Brazil's highest court, calling me a pseudo-journalist and a fugitive, though I've lived openly in Florida for 10 years. My case is not isolated, but part of a systematic campaign. Journalist Alan dos Santos spent over 2 years on Interpol's red notice list when the Biden administration denied his extradition, stating that his conduct wasn't criminal in the United States. Leaked dialogues revealed Moraes' judicial advisors discussing the possibility of sending operatives to kidnap Alan from U.S. soil and clandestinely transport him to Brazil. My colleague Rodrigo Constantino, an American citizen, faces similar persecution. Even award-winning journalist, American journalist Michael Schellenberger has been targeted by Moraes. But the persecution extends beyond journalists to Democratic elected officials. Eduardo Bolsonaro, Brazil's most voted congressman and son of former President Bolsonaro, had a case opened against him by Moraes for denouncing Brazilian abuses to this very Congress. He lives here in exile now, fearing arrest upon his return. Tech entrepreneurs like Chris Pavlovsky, CEO of Rumble, and Elon Musk also fall victim to Moraes' systematic persecution. In fact, Moraes has attempted to transform tech companies, American tech companies, into unwitting instruments of his repression. An unknown number of Brazilians have their social media accounts blocked by his orders, including individuals residing on American territory. Imagine if any judge from any country in the world would order American companies to provide data about individuals on American soil. The United States has powerful tools like the Global Magnitsky Act for Human Rights Violations, such as freedom of expression, press, and due process. So I urge this commission to recommend sanctions against Moraes within the next 30 days. However, these actions are insufficient. We need legislation specifically targeting transnational repression, a bipartisan imperative. When foreign courts override First Amendment, when U.S. citizens are silenced on American speech, when our systems are manipulated against dissidents, we face an assault on American sovereignty and constitutional democracy itself. Thank you for your attention on this critical matter. I welcome your questions.